This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe, and let's get right into the news. All right, so Jim Jones, Max B, a lot of rumors going around that they have deaded their beef. Now, we kind of knew this was going to happen, okay? Like, if this does happen, I'm not shocked, okay? I think this is part of Jim's plan in his head all along anyways, all right? Because Jim Jones has a podcast now. Jim Jones has people around him that have messed with Max B. He has people that he's deaded beef with, like French Montana, and they did a whole video and everything and hung out together. You don't think that that's going to be a stepping stone in the direction to ending the Max B beef? Now, do I think that Jim Jones is going to completely forgive him and be friends with him? Nobody asked for that. And that's not going to happen, most likely, okay? But I do think that what will happen is a sit-down. If Max does this could go either way. If Jim Jones and Max B sit down and do a podcast together, right? Which Jim Jones would definitely do because he's addicted to attention, okay? Addicted to attention. That's why he was going after Cameron. He did the thing to Ye, and that's why he has a whole podcast studio now, because he backstabbed Ye with the crypto thing. He did that crypto introduction for a $2 million fee and didn't tell Ye, got $2 million, and that's why he has the money to do this whole studio thing. Now, Max B and him sitting down, that conversation could go a lot of ways, because it could go the way of him bringing up certain stuff and Max B having to admit that she didn't touch it in Miami on the podcast, and then Max B would look like a herb, and I don't know if the allure would be there anymore, right? Them doing music, I don't think that's gonna happen. But I do think like at least a truce will be put in place. And obviously that will be between like Dave East and French Montana, because Dave East was at Max B's Welcome Home, and Dave East is on Jim Jones's podcast now. Now, that this would purely be done because Jim Jones wants this attention, wants to turn up. He wants to be a part of all this attention going on too. Would he come at one of Max's shows? Probably the Brooklyn show, if anything, right? That's one of the bigger ones. We'll see what happens there, but I've seen Max and French in studio a lot the past couple days. He's only been home. He hasn't even been home a week yet. He's already been tearing down Gucci store, going to studio a lot. I've seen him sit down with a few people. I think Ish was one of them. I think he sat down with either the Joe Budden podcast with Ish, or Ish has his own thing. I don't know what's going on, but he's definitely doing some press very shortly. Then we got Wale. Wale sits down with Ebro, presses Ebro about Lil Uzi being a rock star. Okay, so way back, 2016, 17, or 18, Lil Uzi did an interview up at Hot 97. He refused to freestyle. And then said, like, Ebro was challenging him, like, do you think you're going to be a rock star? Do you think you're going to have lasting power? And Uzi said, I'm going to be a rock star. And he says, we'll see about that. We determine that. So Wale said, so what do you think now? Do you think he's a rock star? And he says, well, he's not selling out stadiums. But Lil Uzi Vert definitely is a rock star. He is. Just Ebro's just trying to stick to his guns, but he knows he was wrong. He kind of pressed him a little too hard on that, too. I'm going to be honest. Fredo Bangs being taken to court for $250,000 over the YNW Melly situation, and just really being friends with him. There was some phone call. There was some way they were trying to connect Fredo Bang to that YNW Melly thing. But I think that's a stretch to try to get to. If they're just trying to get money out of somebody, why aren't they taking YNW Melly to court? Or what did they say he lied about something or something? It was something stupid. But it's a stretch. It's a stretch looking for money to me. Boosie says he's mad at Diddy for crying under the desk in the courtroom when his verdict was read, crying because he's not going to be going to jail for the rest of his life, right? He only got like some light charges. But Boosie says, your children were in there and you should poke your chest out and be strong and not let anybody see you cry. You know they were making fun of you behind the scenes, saying, look at him, we made him curl up in a ball crying. In a sense, he's right, but it's just like, I think A$AP Rocky cried a little bit when he got off. Boosie's just being extra, bro, as usual, you know? Boosie's being extra. Boosie also believes he's not going to jail, too. That should tell you something, too, because he is going to jail, at least for a little bit. And then they might put him on home confinement. I don't know if they're going to put him on home confinement because that wouldn't really be a punishment. But he's definitely going to get in some kind of trouble in the next week. I think they're going to be sentencing him. So we'll see if they're very lenient with him or not. Then we got Adin Ross. Okay, so Adin Ross, he's still streaming on Kick, even though he's going up against the CEO. I don't know how that really works. Now, he went over there and kind of like started Kick off with the CEO, so it would be surprising if they just were at odds right now. Now, he also had some problems with Steak. I think he left Steak and went to RainBet, and now, so that's a competitor, and then now he's calling out Kick for bots and stuff, like they're helping doing the bots and everything. I don't know how much longer he's got up there, because that's a crazy thing to go against the guy who's running it and who's put so much money in your pocket. But also, he's made a lot of money because Adin Ross brought all his friends over there. But in this clip, Adin Ross is talking about that he's about to get the Amex Black Card, and he's bragging to everybody that he's not paying the fees, right? That doesn't happen, just so you know. My brother actually used to work at Amex, and he says he has a friend that works at Amex, and that's how he's not paying the fees. That does not happen, okay? In fact, he might get in trouble over that clip, because they're very serious about that. They wanted to give Warren Buffett a black card, right? This is a true story. And he refused it because of the fees. He wasn't going to pay the fees. The fee is crazy. I think it's like, wait, let me make sure I'm not going to lie about black card. Amex yearly fee. It's $5,000 and a one-time $10,000 initiation fee. And with that, you get some perks, right? You get certain perks if you use perks, you know. I guess if you travel a lot and spend a lot of money and stuff like that, there's certain perks on that card, but it's not like you would have to really focus on getting that money back. You get like $1,000 a year at Saks credit, 24/7 concierge service, international arrival service. So it's like something about first class, and I think you get a complimentary private suite at LAX, stuff like that. There's not a spending limit. Let's see, what other rewards are there? You get a lot of rewards. So you could make it worth it, or you get an Equinox membership for the gym. That's worth, I don't know, $1,500 right there. Oh no, I'm sorry. I forgot the Equinox went up from $100. It was like $125 a month. Now it's $325 a month. So that's worth almost the amount of money right there. But you have to be invited into the black card. Basically, you have to spend a lot of money. Anyways, this is Jordan Tower with JT News. Smash that like button. I'll check you guys in the next one. If you want to run ads on the channel, jordantowermedia@gmail.com. Peace.